What are these kind of challenges with respect to this?
The massive syllabus. Students watch the prelim syllabus. The UPSC is not define a syllabus. We are doing preparation for those subjects without syllabus.
Whether they have to study more or revise more or practice more.
If few people will not revise again and again, so the things not be memorized. I'm a teacher. If 2-3 years I stop to teach, so it's very difficult to remind everything.
But the students who are lacking with respect to the basic knowledge.
There is one problem in the case of environment. Like there is no NCERT book. Not tell like NCERT is very fruitful, but still I will advise like what is ecology, what is the producer, what is the consumer. So such kind of knowledge, okay, I think you can get from there.
Hello dear aspirants, I am Vishal Salsekar and I welcome you all for this special conversational video regarding Fast Track Course of Prelims 2025. As there are roughly 6 months remaining for the Prelims examination, generally at this juncture, students come across with a lot of doubts and challenges. To discuss and decode these challenges and to get solution regarding this, I am joined by Ravi Sir, who is the faculty of VisionIAS. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
So, sir, as at this particular point of time, student comes across with a lot of doubts and challenges. So, can you briefly highlight like what are these kind of challenges with respect to this?
Actually, the main problem that I found in my 2 decades of teaching experience, the massive syllabus. And the best part, if students watch the prelim syllabus, the UPSC is not define a syllabus. UPSC just mention the name of subject like environment. Even in my subject, for those purpose, I'm here right now for the podcast. So students are very confused regarding the syllabus part of how to cover it. The best part that I will tell you in the beginning, like what about the main hurdle in this preparation, prelim syllabus not defined. So we are doing preparation for those subjects without syllabus. Even whenever students are preparing, even any graduation, any engineering courses, wherever they have prepared, they got syllabus. So the main problem is the part of syllabus. In the beginning, those I want to highlight.
Sir, apart from that, sir, what about sir time management? Because generally at this point of time, students are not able to manage their time specifically. They are confused like whether they have to study more or revise more or practice more.
The best part, if a student will understand about the demand, fine. The UPSC is not a requirement like a factual database. If UPSC aspirant will understand like a preparation, like what kind of study we should have to follow. So the best part, like once they should have to prepare the entire course, like material those we are providing. Later on, they should have to prepare with the various current updates, those we are also covering month-wise, last moment of time, PT 365. And the best part, like if few people will not revise again and again, so the things not be memorized. Even I'm a teacher, if 2-3 years I stop to teach, so it's very difficult to remind everything. So even if I know very well, like UPSC aspirant, when they're preparing, like there are 15-16 subjects. So every time to recall every subjects are very difficult. But students forget, like in UPSC examination, prelims paper options are mentioned. So if you have the understanding of subject in this options, they can identify. I think why UPSC is not given the syllabus, so neither the subject, I think it will be very easy for everyone. And the merit will go around 100. So somehow here the understanding is very important. And the best part, like a prelims question papers, like in the beginning, our students start to understand like what UPSC demand. Okay, so question paper is the best option, like they should have to understand. And the second part, they should have to do revision and the mode of preparation, like what they are doing. But last moment of time that I'll suggest to everyone, like if you people start from the beginning, like your revisions, after just completion of syllabus just over in 6 months back. So after 2 months, you should have to revise. Further the next 1-2 months, you should have to revise. So last moment of time, you feel like 70-80% of syllabus you already prepared. So you will not be tense like I forget the subject or not. That happened around 80-90% students that in the beginning, they start to forget. And the last time, adrenaline level is very high, like tension wala phobia, like that is the point.
Yes, sir. So, now coming to your subject specifically, which is the environment and ecology. So, sir, basically, if we talk about environment and ecology, over a period of time, UPSC has drastically increased the number of questions that are being asked from even prelims and mains perspective also. But to be precise regarding prelims, the weightage is roughly like 1/6 or 1/5 of the paper. Now, sir, talking about this particular magnitude, how would you suggest like what students should do? And briefly also tell us, sir, about regarding the trend analysis of the UPSC paper with respect to environment and ecology.
Very good. This is a very good question. Actually, I found in these preparations, as in beginning I told you, we are preparing especially in the prelims examination where I have no syllabus. So what we should have to follow. Even in the market, there is a 30 years, 40 years question paper are available. So it's not fair. you should have to understand about what UPSC is doing from the last few years. Even Vision has started 10 years of the prelims booklets, like analysis of the question paper. The first, my suggestion will be you should have to start with this booklet. Even those pattern we are following right now, it is started from 2011 onwards, especially for prelims. Means if you go that is started from 2013 onwards. This before 2011, what UPSC has done, student is going to focus. That's again the wastage of energy. So we are preparing for subject without syllabus. So the best part, like we should have to start with the question papers. And through the help of question papers, we should have tried to learn actually which kind of areas where the UPSC is going to focus more and more number of questions. So as in the case of environment, like there are 7-8 topics where UPSC always prefer the questions. And the best part in this preparation, like environment increase more and more weightage. There is an Indian Forest Service examination much in this examinations from the last 8 to 10 years. So from 8 to 10 years, around 15 questions, roughly I can tell you, like plus minus 2-3 questions, as UPSC increased. And time to time, the weightage of environment, everybody know, it's like our Honorable Prime Minister is going in the Glasgow Convention, is spoken like carbon neutrality, we go for 2070. So it's a hot cake. And the other part, environment is not as a part of environment as a single subject. Even it's integrated, it's connecting with the economy, it is connecting just climate, carbon taxation and all. It is connected with the science and tech, like the technology of solar energy, we are going to integrate international solar lines. So the point is like in this preparations, we should have to know about what about the core areas where the UPSC is going to focus. Even in these core areas have like ecology is there, environment is there, diversity conservations are there. These are few more specific areas where the UPSC asks the questions. And here in this case, I'll request to every aspirants, like better you people do the analysis of the last 10 years question paper. Better you prefer from 11 onwards, as it is a new pattern of prelims examinations. And just try to understand like what kind of areas, just like ecology, what kind of question UPSC asked. Even some of the students already made me personally like sometime UPSC asked the question, sir, some of the species conservation. Right. So sir, where UPSC generated the questions. So it is the problem, like agar student will know about IDWH scheme. Okay, so they understand like India government under IDWH scheme where the 22-23 species are very specific. For that conservation purposes, government are investing more and more. So the one part that I found like the resources understanding. Second point, like in which areas have how many number of questions, the second part of understanding. And third part, like what are connecting in the recent like Volkswagen wala case, like greenwashing, like UPSC asked, what about climate justice, the new approaches, what are coming in the newspapers, articles. So that understanding, if your student will understand once, so I don't think so environment is very hard. But you know, some of the areas like convention, international conventions. So that area, like even when I made personally to the aspirants, that is what, sir, it's not possible. This is only for the Indian Forest Services aspirants. Those are going for Indian Forest Service in this. Then I asked to the same question to them. Those prelims you are going, the same prelims they are also giving. Either you are Indian Forest Services, your choice, yeah, Indian Administrative Services, your choice. The prelims are same. So you still try to solve this number of questions. But there is something that I found like in that chapter have a more and more hard students suffer. Convention part, summits part, like conferences what are going on, lot about the recent treaties what are coming in the regarding the environment. So this is the best part I'll tell you in this case, like integrated preparation is required. Okay, if I'll tell you like you go with the current affairs, still it's not fine. So even if you want to read any current affairs and you don't have any background understanding, so you will have also problem. So static, how smartly connecting with the integrated parts, you should have to connect. Even very beautifully when VisionIAS publish a magazines, monthly magazine. Here when any current affairs information is coming in the news, highlights. So just below some boxes even in the Vision magazine already mentioned, and they're trying to connect with the static parts. So definitely any current is coming, so you should have to get the knowledge about the static. And even in our classroom programs, we are preferring like integrated preparations. Like any subject, if you are doing the start, so you should know about what is the logic, concepts, and fundamentals, even the fundamentals. And later on, you should have to integrate with the current affairs updates. So in this way have a integrated preparation if happen. So I think out of 15, 10, 12 question easily can be managed.
Exactly, sir. And also, sir, by seeing the kind of international relations that are going on, there are many organizations.
Definitely, sir. It is connecting with the IR part also.
Exactly.
I forget to tell you. It is not
Right,
only
right.
economy and science.
Exactly.
It's very
exactly.
interdisciplinary.
Because in the
definitely.
Quad, IPEF, IPOI, everywhere they are talking about the climate and everything related to the biodiversity, marine ecology. These pointers are very, very important. So, sir, now talking about this particular subject again. So, environment and ecology, though we know the weightage is comparatively higher on the higher side, but the students who are like lacking with respect to the basic knowledge, some things they are doing from the magazine that you have correctly suggested, but what about those, sir, who might be like starting now the preparation from the environment and ecology perspective? First they will be understanding certain basics. So do you want to recommend any specific kind of resources, like how students should start about this particular subject from beginning?
Resources, sir, everybody know, like we should have to start with NCERT. But there is one problem in the case of environment, like there is no NCERT book. History, polity, economy, geography, everyone available, but here have one problem. Even somewhere it's students, somebody said like go 11, 12 for biology book. There are 4 or 5 chapters are there about environment, but that environment, those are mentioned in the 12th standard of books, science book, biology books, and see the question paper standard. So I don't think so. It's not very honest preparations, a strategy. So here I am not tell like NCERT is very fruitful, but still I will advise like what is ecology, what is the producer, what is the consumer. So such kind of knowledge, okay, I think you can get from there. Later on you should go and with the content part that we are providing in the classroom programs. And content part, the best part is here like what about experience we have, just like I told you, 2 decades I have spent with this UPSC teaching. So in that way, I can know, even I do better, like what we should have to do in the ecology, where is the weightage, like adaptations. There are so many questions are coming from the last few years. Specific species, if they are in the news, the UPSC is going to ask. That part later on, we should have to connect with the current updates. Current affairs, though, best is our magazine. Apart of it, I'll not suggest any other one.
And seeing the kind of number of questions and they are inspired from the current affairs.
100%, 100%. That's why I told you, now, sir, then when any current updates are there, they should have to understand that is static parts. Exactly. That is the reason Vision always focus in the boxes, like you just focus, it is very important, relevant topics, always.
Right. So, sir, now coming to the agenda of the discussion, which is the fast track course for prelims. And in this particular course, we are going to cover the entire syllabus from the prelims perspective, all the subjects which are needed from the prelims perspective, including the current affairs. So, sir, how this particular program do you think is different from the conventional programs, like the foundational programs that are already going on in the market?
Very layman term, I'll tell you, like, Seedha kaam ki baat, no bakwas. Fine. And it's a fast track course, so directly will come on the topics like it's a recent trend, like what are coming here, and directly connect with their own current updates. So that is the reason Seedha kaam ki baat. Okay. And I think each and every minutes in this entire courses will be very fruitful, because in each and every minutes you will get some questions. Okay. And the best part, like people, those have not a basic understanding. Here we will try to connect very fast with the basic understanding, not more like a foundation batch, but still we connect with that basic part that is related to the current updates. So the current updates, whatever coming, it is connecting with the static. A part of some other static, those are important part. Everything will merge together, as telling like integrated together. So very smartly this course is designed where student, those even not have a good preparation of environment, even not have a good background of environment, so they can enjoy with that in a very simple manner. We'll try to connect. And a part of this, in this PT fast track course, mentorship program is the best part. A part of this, like whatever the support from my team, I'm doing it. But in my background, there so many people are connecting in this vision. Like, because my face is in front of the public, like in front of cameras, so people know it. But a part of this, my team, those are there preparing for that everyday mentorship programs and person-to-person personal connecting. So that is the best part here. Even a part of this, suppose after my class program and there is something lacking in the understanding. So the background that people are supporting, this is the best part in this preparations. A part of this everyday section-wise, like if any portion I'm going to cover, like climate change I'm going to cover. So what is in the climate tax, what is the carbon tax, what is the carbon parameters. Suppose I'm just completing here, one section part. So definitely section-wise the test is the another unique part. And then at last the whole entire syllabus portion, the student will go and give the test. So everything just for from the foundation type, okay, just we support this from the beginning, later on section test, then after completion of, so proper vigorous work will there. Students if take it very seriously, so definitely what about the minimum requirement, like 50 questions. So definitely they can touch very easily.
Right, sir. And also talking from the perspective of prelim, just having a basic idea about subjects, like not the depth of in-depth understanding, but
still we will try to help something, like somebody suppose last moment after time they have taken decision ki we should have to go UPSC. So definitely for them somehow it will be also beneficial, definitely.
And sir, also sir, there are quick revision documents that are available at VisionIAS. Those particular documents are also there as a part of this course. Right, sir. Right, sir. And are there any kind of like sectional tests that we are going to provide here as a part of this course?
Definitely, sir. After every completion of sections, okay, like our team, those are prepared, they're preparing, they're provided. And after the end of the complete syllabus, finally, they will also discuss. Even if I'm not available after the class, those still mentorship programs are there. Still can connect online, offline, face-to-face, every mode of, if anybody is in Delhi, so they can come and personally talk with the mentorship also.
So sir, now another important point, which initially also we had built a lot of background regarding the current affairs. So current affairs PT 365 is also going to be part of this particular course, because student will be having access to PT 365 course. So sir, how a student should utilize this kind of PT 365 magazine as a part of this course in order to boost their prelims preparation further?
Even, sir, those students already joined the VisionIAS foundation batch. So monthly magazine they are already preparing. So in the last moment of time, they don't have to go with the PT65 to be more aggressively, because PT65 what are coming there, whatever the throughout the year important portion they are giving it. So foundation based student, they are very happy. Last moment of time PT65 when they are coming, just enjoy because everything they know. But for those people who are lacking, like something is going to left in the preparations. So for them the PT65 is the best solutions. And the best solution why? Because I told you like they cover the static part very smartly there. Not every static part is possible to cover in the magazine part, but they cover very smartly. The reason our team is best, like we have a good experience. We are the first those started the test series and all to provide that. So the trust part that is more in this PT65. And after 2016, though, there is a lot of chamatkar happened, because directly there are 60% questions from the PT65 came. Everybody know it very well. So PT65, sir, this is the best solution, and for everybody is even. I don't have to tell personally, everybody is already doing without telling you or any other person.
Right, sir. Right, sir. So, sir, now coming to certain non-academic question per se, because the way academic plays an important role with respect to this examination, the non-academic factors are also going to play a very important role. So in that particular aspect, time management becomes very important, because if student stresses himself and gives a lot of push at this juncture, there might be a chance certain kind of like fatigue at the end of this particular preparation that might happen. And this happens with a lot of students, and this lack of time management ultimately builds certain amount of stress at the student's end. So basically, how a student should be dealing the stress at this juncture?
Only one word, sir. Self-motivation, the best part. A part of this, the positive people, those are in your surroundings. You should have to talk with them. The best part, I think, your teachers, a part of your parents, maybe some friends, those are always supporting you. Time management, sir, always very important, but the time management is not same for everyone. Somebody is in the job, some of the lady, those are married, still preparing Vision online classes. So time management, everybody have a different, okay. So best part I'll advise to everyone, you just think like which will be better for you. Somebody like to be very peaceful time environment in the night. So definitely your time management accordingly to different one. But yes, I will definitely suggest to everyone UPSC need time, because the syllabus, those are not very classified. So definitely how to understand the syllabus, for that you should have to give a time. A part of understanding if not happen in any of the examinations. So what you are doing, how you will identify. So the best part, you see the UPSC question paper and prefer only limited resources. Okay, and don't believe on the rumors and all. Better those people have experience, you should have to follow them. Current affairs part, I will not suggest like there are so many magazines, so many books are available. So I'll suggest like if you are solving the test series of VisionIAS, you should have to read the VisionIAS magazines, because this is all connecting together, okay. You are reading some other informations and following our question papers, so definitely you will suffer a problems. So you should have to prepare in that way. So time management, the first part, it's not very simple to define, because everybody have their own options. Self-assessment is very important, and self-motivation that I'm telling, because this is such preparation like syllabus not easy to compile, okay. Even many of the aspirant I met like personally, they qualify UPSC, but they said, sir, governments में वो वाला part रह गया, sir. Okay, but I just suggest everyone like minimum portion that is important, you should have to complete it. Minimum requirement should be complete, because maximum requirement is not possible in this preparation. Not even very specialization. You should be come in the subjects. Okay, so self motivations, positive peoples, massive revisions. The first I'll suggest from 2011 till now, whatever UPSC has done, you should have to revise. If you will not do the revision, the definitely in the last moment of time you will get the pressure. It is very common, sir. I just told you, like if I stop to teach the 2-3 years, so I will start to forget my subject, those I am taking classes. So revision is very important. Even Vivekananda, I read one book, here it was written there, if 24 hours you are not doing any revisions of any subject, whatever you grasp, so there are 50-60% portion you are going to already forget. So massive revision. I know this is very difficult to revise. So in that way, I'll give a suggestion like 1 hour at least, 2 hours. 1 hour in this month, I will do the revision of environment. 1 hour I'll do revision. Rest of other you do the recent what you're preparing. But a part of this revision part, you should have to keep it.
So the trioka of like first learning, then applying, and then revision,
Revising.
And then practicing.
Exactly.
Also.
Practicing those, sir. The simple, our test series are coming, that will be enough.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So I think the way we have discussed the things, I think most of the doubts of student with respect to the challenges they are facing at this juncture of the preparation and how they can resolve their issues with respect to this. So I think, sir, that's it from my side. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for joining us and guiding the students with respect to the subject specific preparation.
One line I will tell, sir, if I interrupt you, sorry. The reason this is that preparation where sometimes students get demotivated. So I'll suggest to everyone, like, don't think like what will happen after this examination or what the people will tell. But it's my suggestion, like you fight like a soldier. Soldier never think I'll alive, I will die. But the motive and goal is very clear. Like whenever history will generate and the people will write some words about me. So in the history, my name will be there. I fight like a soldier. I alive or dead, not matter. So this is my suggestion to all the aspirants. Like don't think about the selection, it will happen or not. Self motivate, but हाँ इतना ज़रूर होगा in the coming future. Like you are among them, those fight like a soldiers. So in the statement, that's very beautiful statement. I found some books like मंजिल मिले या ना मिले, मंजिल मिले या ना मिले, कोई गम नहीं, but मंजिल की राह पे अपना कारवां दो. So you should have to, you got some time to create some lessons for the next generations. So we fight like a fighters. Don't think guys like in the last moment ki your selection happen or not happen. That's simple suggestion.
Right. And always it is better to bleed here rather than bleeding in the examination.
Of course, sir. Of course.
Right. So, sir, thank you very much, sir, for joining us and guiding students regarding the preparation of this subject and regarding the course also. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. So, with this, we came to an end to this particular conversational video regarding fast track course of prelims. And also, sir has beautifully guided us regarding the subject-specific preparation of environment and ecology. So, thank you very much for joining and stay tuned with VisionIAS. Thank you.